Welcome. So, I'm back with another video. So, this video is about the coronavirus. Um, if you don't know what's going on, where have you been? Okay, that is to talk about everything. As I said before, take the coronavirus seriously. Take it seriously, regardless if you have the corona or not. Just take it seriously. Just be mindful if you're feeling sick or you have any symptoms, as far as fever or you have a cough or breathing issues. Take it seriously. It's not a joke. A lot of people are losing their lives over this coronavirus and it's serious business. You can't even go outside without having a mask on your face, but at least they don't want you to. Um, but I mean, it's just spreading over everywhere, and it's spreading so quickly, and people are losing their life. Every time you turn around, um, it has went from older people to younger people that have lost their life. Um, but I'm gonna give you the breakdown of the testing and how all that happens. Um, and I know this because um, my job, somebody had it, and they exposed it to us. Um, but she didn't. Well, her husband had it, and then she got it from her husband, and then she came to the job around us. So that's how all that happened. But I'm gonna give you the breakdown on how it is. If you think you have symptoms, what to do, what not to do. It can all. I'm gonna say this before I even start. In that, it can be all. It can be very scary. Um, it can be very scary. Because a lot of people are dying from it. You don't want to affect your family. You don't want to bring it back to your family. It can be very scary, but this is something that you have to take one day at a time. You have to wear your mask, wear your gloves. If you're going from store to store, you need to be changing your gloves. When you go in the store with your gloves on, when you come out, you need to be throwing those gloves out because what you're doing is you're you're making everything like all the stuff that you touch in the store, and then you coming out and you get in your car, you just putting all that dirt all in your car, touching your phone and everything. So each store that you go in, when you go in the store, put on your fresh gloves, you come out, you need to be throwing that stuff, throwing them gloves in the garbage. You need to wash your hands or use hand sanitizer when you go to the next store. You put on the fresh new gloves when you come out. That's how you need to be doing it because if you're just wearing the same gloves, so you're going here, there, you're you're missing the point of what the gloves are supposed to be, and you're just going to be spreading it even more. So that's one thing that I can say. Now, since I was exposed to it, I don't know if I had it or not. I don't have really any symptoms. Like I already have asthma, so with the weather changing and everything, my asthma have been acting up a little bit. But I haven't had no fevers. I don't have a cough. I don't have chills. I don't have any of that. So I went today to go get tested. I did take off a couple of days from work, just because it had to de-affect my job and all that other stuff. Um, so I'm gonna tell you the process for that. It depends on which county you are, but since I'm in like the South Jersey, Philly area, I'm over that way. I had to make an appointment. You call, and they ask you, are you in the county? You tell them yes, and then they ask you what symptoms are you having, and then you tell them like I told them like I have asthma, so my lungs been just acting up a little bit, and I was exposed to it, so I just want to get myself tested, just to make sure because I was exposed to it. So they ask you your name, your date of birth, whatever. So they tell you the times that they have available, and they give you the address, right? So I went today. It was only 10 minutes from my house, and when I pulled up, they had cops in front of the entrance. It's like this line you have to go through. Now it's very serious to the point where they have to check your ID to make sure that you have the address for whatever county that you're in. You have to be a resident. So they have you put your ID up to the window. They look at it, They verify, and then they put a paper in your window. You drive to the next area where you're actually going to be getting the test back. You pull in, they explain everything to you through the window. They say, look, turn your car off. Um, they verify your address again with you. They say, hey, my name is such and such. I'm going to be doing your test today. They say, it's only gonna be about 5 minutes for the test. They say it's gonna be a bit comfortable and unpainful. So you cut your car off, and then she tell you to put your window down. You put your window down. She tell you to put your hand on the steering wheel and put your head up. So she put it through your nose, but it's like, oh, like they go all the way through your nose to the point where like you feel it like in the back, like it was so uncomfortable. So they had to hold it there for 10 seconds, and it's painful to won't be like when she took it out, like it makes your eyes tear. um, and then they have you put your window right up, and then they give you a paper with information, and then you drive right off, and that's it. So it can be a bit scary, but it's something that you need to do, especially like if you've been exposed to it, like me. And just because you've been exposed, it don't mean that you have it. Like I said, I don't have any symptoms or whatever. Like my asthma has been acting up. But at the same time, like I have asthma, and then I have bad allergies, and then I'm allergic to a lot of stuff, and then the weather is changing as well. Um, but I'm just thinking, God, like I really don't have any symptoms. I've just been trying to take care of myself, take my vitamins, just take my treatments, whatever, keep my chest open, and just drinking my hot tea, just doing stuff like that, to keep myself, feeling good, and moving and stuff like that. So they gave me, actually, they gave me a paper. They gave you like a paper with information, and it's information for your county. And they said that they will contact you within 5 days with your results. After 5 days, if you don't receive a call, to call and someone will assist you. But they just have like regular questions, like if you're tested negative for the virus, what should you do? It has what if you tested for the virus but you still feel sick. It has what are other actions that you can do to help prevent. So it's just things like that. Um, Information that they give you, and then they give you, what if you sick, what you should do. They just give you breakdown of things that you can do. So um, this whole experience for me have been very different. Um, it has been very different for me. I have never experienced something like this in my life. And when I first got the news of the girl at my job having the coronavirus, and then her test came up positive, like I was just like in shock, and I just didn't want to go out at all. I didn't want to go out. I didn't want to be around people. I didn't want to surround myself around people because I'm just like I'm asthmatic, so my risk is even higher than y'all to get it because it's gonna trigger my chest first. It's gonna trigger the lungs first. That's where it lingers at, the respiratory system. And so I was just like very like worried and stressed. So I just had to just take a couple of days off to just keep myself calm and to just, pray and, you know, just to, get myself together. So I'm gonna go back to work on Monday. Of course, I have to wait for my results. I have to wait for my results. So I'm just gonna go back to work on Monday, and I just go from there with that. But just take it seriously. Please be doing y'all social distancing. Don't go out unless if you really have to go out. Like with me, like I had to go out to get tea. Like I had to go out to get things from my house because I was running out of stuff. But please, like, be smart. Don't be out here, doing things. Okay, if you don't have a mask on YouTube, figure out how to make one, or at least wrap a scarf, wrap something around your mouth. Don't just be touching everything. Like, be very cautious. Keep your distance between people because you just don't know who have what, and then some people have it, and you know. they're not telling people, or they have it and they're just out just infecting people. So y'all just please be careful. If you think you have the coronavirus, don't go around your loved ones. Isolate yourself, keep that distance, until you can go get yourself tested. Because you don't want to affect the people around you. And this um, virus is really taking people out. And before I end this video, I did hear too that there is this so-called 5G. That's the real issue. That the coronavirus is not really what's taking people out of here. Um, and I don't know how true that is. Um, I have been hearing about it, so I really don't know how true that is. I don't know if it's true or not. But you can't believe everything that's on social media. And everything that's being posted is not true. So you just have to do your research very well. Like I know with me, like I'm tired of watching news about the coronavirus. Like this whole lockdown is crazy. So like with me, like I probably watch the news maybe like once out of the week just to see if anything has changed, any new updates, if they found out any new things, just to keep up with the cases and like that. But when you watching so much about the coronavirus, it just start making you sad and depressed because so many people is losing their lives and it's not enough ventilators for everybody. Some hospitals are not even treating people. They come there, and if it's not really severe to them, they're sending them back home to just do isolation at home. And that's what's so crazy, and that's what's just so scary. Like, how can you tell me that, it's not severe enough? Like, this is a coronavirus. Like, this is why everything is so crazy right now and shut down. So, please just, y'all, be careful, be mindful. Don't be out here doing anything dumb, stupid, retarded, crazy. Just be mindful, just be thoughtful. And I just hope that, you guys just take this information from this video. And hopefully, me being open and honest with you guys, hopefully, you don't judge me or look at me like I'm crazy. Because, like I said, like I was exposed to it. I didn't just, just be out here. Like, I literally be doing work in home, working home. That's all that I have been doing. Yeah, so this is all that I have. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you guys soon.